we're going to be witnessing a very exciting match between the United States and Indonesia. My name is Luminite, formerly known as Incandescence for those who are still catching up, and I am joined by Beat43210. We're going to be commentating this match. How are you doing, Beat?
I'm doing very well. I am excited to see these two teams clash. United States, Indonesia has had very interesting routes so far in this tournament, but they are both in the losers bracket. Only one will survive this match, and both these teams have certainly lots to prove. So, can't wait. It's going to be a good matchup ahead. Thank you and everybody else for joining us with this match today.
It's always interesting whenever we see the United States because I feel like the United States has sort of gotten this reputation for really wanting to be on the podium. You know, like, of course, every country wants to be on the podium because that's like, you know, the point of any World Cup. But I feel like the United States specifically has a sort of reputation for always gunning for that third or second place.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever the United States is playing, it's really kind of honestly high stakes to see them against any team, really. And against a team like Indonesia, you know, the United States was placed very highly in the qualifiers round, but we are 4 stages later. It's going to be interesting to see how the United States and Indonesia encounter each other in this match.
We might actually see the roles. Sorry. Oh,
you're good.
Oh no! I thought I was getting so excited for a second we might see the rolls, and then the screen just went to black. No! Ouch!
I must say, my only thing is I really hope that Hidden 1 is not banned. Totally not biased on that.
Okay, XK rolling a 74, a very respectable roll for Indonesia.
Very good, indeed.
Can the United States overcome the hurdle?
It's always interesting though too, because I've been hearing from tournament players, especially this year, like a lot of times people like to pick second. So like, does the United States want to beat it? That's the question.
Okay, United States is going first. Oh no, sorry, they're going second. First in bans, as General Chicken rolls a 17. Will mean the United States will be banning first, and Indonesia will be picking first.
So Beat and myself have found each other in the commentators booth a good bit. We've commentated the United States versus Australia, along with a number of different matches, and I gotta say, with the United States banning first, I really do it. I gotta say, of all the matches that you and I have commentated together, I think it's the most difficult for me to predict the U.S.'s moves against Indonesia. It looks like Cheese Salad said he's gonna ban Free Mod 1.
I just wanted to say that Psych is the first map that is going to be banned. We're going to be waiting on Indonesia's second ban and first pick. Now go ahead.
As long as it's not free or Hidden 1, I gotta say.
Well, look, your odds are in your favor. I'd say that the odds are on your side. Ban DT2 and pick Nomod 5.
Alright, so they're gonna go straight into the gimmick pick. That's an interesting strategy. And, you know, it makes me concerned for Indonesia a little bit. Of course, I haven't followed the Indonesian players' scores, of course, because I'm not, you know, Indonesian. But whenever a country picks the gimmick first, I have to be a little concerned. Because the gimmick is like... Gimmicks are traditionally where weaker teams can get points on stronger teams. Because the skill set isn't necessarily difficult, it's all about being able to read the gimmicks and understand the gimmicks. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here.
Well, look, I don't think it's more whether or not... I think, look, personally, if gimmick maps tend to stay in the pool, they usually get picked first. Whether it's because one side feels like they can out-prepare the other team, on the gimmick pick, or whether they're just feeling confident or they want to start with something a bit of a lighter mood. Who knows, right? So I don't know. I don't really buy into the idea that just because that you pick it first, you're more likely to win it. You know, in Taiko Cup, and just like any other mode, a lot of things is fair game. So
that's a fair point, but my sort of like illusion or my point is like, in the past, you know, gimmicks are where weaker players can get a point on stronger players, and of course that's definitely not universal. But it's like sort of a correlation, not a causation kind of thing. We're still waiting on Indonesia's second player. We have Cheese Salad and RJ for the American side. Well, this is a very difficult map, though. I mean, compared to what we saw in quarterfinals last week, this is a very big step up. So it's gonna be interesting to see exactly what transpires here.
Yeah, the map itself, No Mod 5, clocking in at 2 minutes and 48 seconds and 187 beats per minute. This song, very gimmicky in the sense that there are a lot of overlapping SV, a fair amount of memorization that will be involved, where players will have to play a particular sequence of notes and then repeat it in the reverse colors, which is a very interesting thing that's been in the round every once in a while in Taiko World Cup, but usually not to this much of an extent. Usually. And yet...
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I was gonna say, speaking from the map puller's perspective, a lot of things that we've, at least from my perspective, because I think I'm the most stream ready puller of all the 4 pullers. From my perspective, I see Nishizumi coming in for Indonesia. That's gonna be the second pick, or the second player for Indonesia. But I was gonna say, from my perspective, I've seen a lot of feedback on this pick in particular, and I think it's very understandable, you know. This pick is quite a huge step up from Burning Sands in the quarterfinals. Like you said, seeing the repeated patterns with opposite colors is fairly common in the Taiko world as far as gimmicks go. But this pick really takes it to a pretty big level where it's a pretty long chain of repeated colors that are opposite. So we're gonna see that the match is gonna go ahead and start now. Gonna go ahead and get everything synced up.
We're gonna have Apaja and Nishizumi stepping in for Indonesia. United States will be kicking their lineup off with Cheese Salad and RJ. And here we go. RJ with the early miss out the gate. Missing in the slowest and easiest section at the very start. Must be that tournament nerves. Shaking it off just to kick things off here in this first semifinals match. Apaja,
Jopel. I'm just gonna go as Apaja, yeah. He found a miss as well.
He has found a miss at the start here as well, but here we go. First at the intense section. United States looking pretty good heading into it. So far, we got Cheese Salad and Nishizumi holding those full combos, but RJ missing at the end of the first memorization stream. And
Nishizumi and RJ both missing as well.
Yeah, they're both trading a fair amount of misses, but RJ definitely coming off a lot worse than Nishizumi did, and that's going to have Indonesia the early advantage. Now, we move on to the next section of the song. Finisher heavy. Nishizumi cannot keep up.
Double miss on the side of Indonesia. That's going to give the lead to the United States for now. We're already halfway through the map. It's not too long, only 2 minutes and 48 seconds long.
I mean, look at Cheese Salad. The man is at a full combo, but the accuracy is very questionable. It's hovering at 96.7%. He is finding a lot of 100, but no misses, and it's helping to keep the United States out in front, despite his accuracy deficit.
You know, I've said this before, too, you know, Cheese Salad is kind of the United States' best gimmick player. You go back 2 years to Groundhog, you go back a year, and you even see his performance this year with the gimmicks such as Burning Sands, and as he's performing now. Cheese Salad is really the United States' like trademark gimmick player, and he's continuing to prove his worth this year. being the only person in the lobby to continue to hold an FC.
But will that hold to the end of the song? This song is very tricky. And now as the SV starts to intensify, once more, will Indonesia pull it back in the last moments here? Oh, but RJ with a big miss. But this is traces right back. And now it's going to be a very close finish in this slowdown, as the United States only had by about 2,000 points, and I think it's shrinking because Cheese is picking up a fair amount of 100s, and it's allowing Indonesia to get ahead. But it's going to come down to the very end. And the final finishes, but this is a critical miss. And it looks like that's it. United States gets on the board with a very big breakpoint starting things off here.
This is going to be one of the closest matches of this weekend in the semifinals. Many people are split between who exactly is going to win between Indonesia and the United States. And like I said when we first came on the stream, the United States is a team that is notorious for trying to place in the top 3. I believe that this is going to carry into their practice and their performance. RJ finding 17 misses. The only person on the Indonesian side doing better than RJ is going to be Abaja. But we're going to see how the United States responds.
Cheese getting 59 100s in the full combo. Definitely helping to get United States with that first breakpoint right off the bat. It is definitely a good way for the United States to start. But how will they follow it up? They're going to be picking Migraine. Hoping to make, Indonesia suffer a lot of migraines after their first defeat. They're following it up with Nomad 4. 2 minutes, 40 seconds in length. An OD of 6.5.
No matter who the teams are, in any case, the point after a breakpoint is essential. It's extremely important. Because you can set yourself to be 2 points ahead at all times. Even if after this point you trade back and forth, you will always be 2 points ahead and you can avoid tiebreaker. Or if you pick the wrong thing, then you'll go right back to having to trade back and forth and being forced into the tiebreaker situation if the two teams are evenly matched. And these two teams are pretty close in their abilities.
And Indonesia will have Jolts and XK representing their side for this particular map set. Shorashep and Aurora Asmata representing the United States.
An entire roster change. All 4 players we did not see in the last map.
Wait, this is the first time I'm actually hearing this song. What is the sound effects in the background?
Now, this map is an interesting map. From the Pooler perspective, we tried to kind of replicate the success that Polyrhythm found, and it does a great job of replicating the success of Polyrhythm, but the song is extremely weird.
Well, let's see, how will we do it? How will the United States or Indonesia pull away here? We're about to find out on Nomad 4.
As I said earlier, a very important point for the United States. They do not want to give up the lead this early.
They gave up the lead this early with the 1-100. But there's still plenty of time ahead for the United States to pull things back. 1-100 in the grand scheme of things does not mean much. XK suffering a huge amount of accuracy drops early on into the song. It is keeping it together for the time being. Alright, Fazmata and Shorashep top in the lobby in the accuracies. Only 2 players at about 99%.
Players in the lobby doing pretty nice, but XK223A is struggling to maintain the 95%. That's barely with no misses in S. Looking at an A percentage here, assuming that he doesn't miss. Aurora finding a miss, however.
And Aurora going to suffer quite a bit as a result. United States should still be well and truly out in front, as XK's accuracy is suffering quite a bit. He's actually borderline B rank, hovering at 94.6%. But still, good for XK to keep his combo intact, despite the craziness off the technical patterns of the song. On the other end of the scale, Choroshev doing a fine job at 99.3%. Certainly carrying Aurora for the time being. And let's see, will players make any more mistakes in the second half of this song?
It's important to recognize that even though the Aurora found a miss, his accuracy is currently higher than both of the Indonesian players.
Jolts picked up a miss.
Churro holding an FC still. Aurora finding another miss, however. Jolt's trading it. XK238 finding his footing. Not much left of the map to go. He's going to find another miss. Both Indonesian players struggling to maintain an A rank for this. The United States really pulling ahead on this pick.
But will Choroshev finish with the full combo? That is the big question. It looks like he will. And he does make it home in one piece. And United States pick up a very dominant first pick.
This is exactly what the United States needed. They're going to be 2 points up. Even if, with the pick now back to Indonesia, even if Indonesia picks a map that they're confident on, the United States will have a 2 points sort of leverage on Indonesia for the rest of the match, unless they give up 2 points in a row, and that's going to give it right back to Indonesia. So it's going to be interesting to see where Indonesia goes exactly after this.
Well, Indonesia has plenty of choices in the pool. It's still early days. And there are definitely far better songs with a lot more rhythm out there, where Indonesia will be in a lot more of comfortable footing. And they're going to do Hidden 2, Jazz is Rad.
You like jazz beat?
I'd say so. You know, I always like me some swaggy wacky jazz, if I do say so myself.
Yeah,
how about you?
I would have
how do you find jazz?
Yeah, big fan of jazz, you know. I've played the clarinet in some jazz bands. I've played the piano in jazz bands. I'm a pretty big fan of jazz. I think the jazz genre has found a pretty decent grounding in the Taiko world, you know. This song, for instance, and the most popular of which I would say is Make a Rusa, for those of you who know what that song is. Jazz is pretty great, you know.
Yep, well, the song itself, Hidden 2, is 1 minute and 52 seconds in length, OD of 6.5, 160 beats per minute, the star rating 5.7, but do not let that fool you. The map is definitely quite a challenge. As we see Miniature Lamp stepping up for the first time in the match, and RJ also returning for this song pick for the United States. On the Indonesian side, we're going to have Apaja and XK. So let's see, how will the players go? Just give the client a moment to sync up everything here. Alright, I think the client is synced up here. So, Indonesia off with a very minuscule accuracy lead for the time being. RJ definitely finding some difficulties in the early sections. He's holding the lowest accuracy in the lobby, but combo's still going strong. And he's being well carried by Miniature Lamp, who's still at a double S out the gate.
Wow, okay, we're gonna see the score flicker right to the United States.
But it is still very intense, as Pacha and XK look to bring the fight to the United States. But Miniature Lamp ain't gonna give it to them. Holding a very dominant performance. Still holding it halfway through the song. Will RJ be able to...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that... Jesus,
you can go
Jinx
ahead.
onto the roof. RJ holds a miss, and Miniature Lamp also misses as well. And this is a big opportunity for Indonesia to get ahead here.
This is exactly what Indonesia needed. This is a really short map. So this is going to be a big opening for Indonesia, assuming that they don't find any more misses.
And wow, Indonesia well and truly now in the driver's seat on this pick. Capitalizing off the misses the United States both picked up at the same time. That combo momentum will do huge wonders. as the song wraps up. It looks like Indonesia will get the point. And Indonesia
Jazz
gets on the
is
board.
rad. Indonesia, really a big fan of the Jazz. Gonna take the point there. As I said, though, and this really goes back to what I said earlier, even though Indonesia has gotten this point, it's the United States' opportunity to pick again. And if they're successful from here on out, they're going to continue to have a 2-point advantage on Indonesia, and that's really a big deal, assuming that these two teams continue to back and forth without any break points. Of course, break points come out of nowhere, and we're always shocked to see a break point, but it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this match goes down. The United States is up to pick. I expect them to pick something that's in their wheelhouse, possibly hidden one or a no mod, possibly double time, possibly a free mod. I think the United States has, in general, more of an advantage on Indonesia.
Well, Indonesia and United States had very similar accuracies on that last map. Indonesia, both players finishing with 34 and 24 100s respectively with a nice full combo. United States mirroring it very much so, but the misses made all the difference. And now Indonesia has to survive whatever United States throws next. I expect United States to at some point pick No Mod 3. I do know that Jarvis loves the speed, and he will certainly come in at some point in the match. Will it be now, or will it be later on? We will see down the road. United States still has the free mod maps to go with. DT1, 12 Hard Rocks, the 3 remaining no mods. Oh, there we go. Looks like United States cashing in on that speed pick that they love to go with.
So we're going to see General Chicken come in. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see here.
We'll see.
Waiting for substitutions. No substitutions so far.
Indonesia getting a player swap. Will Haja step in? No, Nishizumi will also come in. Let's see.
Something interesting to know is that this week's speed pick in the no mod pool is 10 beats per minute slower than last week's.
Oh no, but the density's up quite a bit, which is
yeah.
It makes a heck of a lot of difference. I know it's a bit of an underrated skills, I guess, factor when people are working out speed picks, but notes per second is something you gotta factor in when you're trying to figure out the pace. Yeah, it may be a bit slower, but if the density is much higher, you're gonna be pressing those notes a heck of a lot more. Hang on a minute.
Nishizumi playing Rubik's Cube for a second.
And the client thought we were playing Rubik's Cube for a minute. I was like, wait a minute.
Alright, so surprisingly, we're not going to see any substitutions on the American side. Nishizumi coming in for Rabaja on the Indonesian side. 2.5 minutes, 260 BPM, a very dense map like Pete said earlier.
Well, we will see. OD is at 7.3, so accuracies can start to tumble if you start getting that tad tired. Star rating is 7.5. And it certainly plays like one, as Nishizumi is finding out the hard way. Picking up the first miss off the song. Considerable stream there. Miniature Lamp, although he's not feeling any of the pressure right now. Out the gate, he's at a nice, comfortable double S, looking quite strong.
Both American players so far out-acting both Indonesian players. RJ at 99.93%, possibly finding at least a 100, so far. XK holding the highest accuracy on the Indonesian side of 99.53%.
XK looking quite strong for Indonesia's at 99.6%, but RJ hoping to offset that with a better accuracy of his own. He's also doing just as well as Miniature Lamp. And at the halfway point, we've only seen one miss from the Indonesian side. United States in the lead, but not by much. Indonesia is keeping up with the accuracy. Miniature Lamp continues to press on, and RJ
playing a miss, however.
He's finding several misses, actually. And this could hurt the United States' chances. Combo momentum will take things over back in Indonesia's side.
Nishizumi and Miniature Lamp both finding misses. However, it's important, once again, with Nishizumi finding even more misses, to remember that the Americans' accuracy both are higher than both the Indonesian accuracy. Swervy 2
does have that
placing
full combo,
slightly more.
He has that full combo and is keeping Indonesia in the fight. So should United States pick up another error in the end here, it could be pretty big in this major stream.
No one dropping on the major stream, however, we're nearing the very end of the map. The accuracy really looking like it's going to make a difference here.
As the United States come home, Miniature Lamp picks up a big miss. Will it be enough time to flip the notes around? It will!
Oh my God!
And United States drop the point.
The very
Indonesia
last
was clutch.
second. Miniature Lamp finding a few misses at the very end of the map. That's going to give it right back to Indonesia. That 2-point lead I've talked about up until now is gone. The United States giving up a break point.
Dominant there. Getting only 15 100s certainly carried Indonesia to the point right when they needed it to, especially after a bit of a rough start for them. They've struck in right back on number 3 of all picks. And the crowd goes wild. If we could hear the audience. Unfortunately, that's not a thing we can have. But still a big win for Indonesia. They're going to keep themselves in the fight 2-2. Now, Indonesia can try and get some momentum going if they can make another victory here. But, wow,
the client saying that Hidden 1 was picked. However, I don't know that it was picked.
No. Client's just doing a little bit of trolling.
Hidden 1 has not been picked yet, ladies and gentlemen, although I suggest that it be picked at some point.
But will it, though? Statistically, your odds are good. But not
right
now.
Indonesia, yep. Free mod 2.
Gigadelic. The Terror remix. Mapped by Kazu on the Inner difficulty. OD is 6.5, 2 minutes in length, and 183 beats per minute. This song definitely sounds like the intensity Indonesia's looking for.
Nishizumi and XK both staying on the Indonesian side. RJ and Miniature Lamp both staying on the American side. Are we going to see any substitutions? RJ coming out, Churro coming in.
XK being a bit of a rest after such a dominant performance he had in the last map. Picked up only 0 misses and 15 100s. On his way to give Indonesia that break point, keeping them in the fight for the time being. It's a very good showing. I totally understand that he wants to get that energy back. Nishizumi, though, he doesn't need energy. He needs some water. And you know what? And you know what we need? We need Taiko World Cup banners to be purchased. So
you're right.
If you do have $2.50 to spare US, you can go ahead and check out the banner store. We definitely have a lot of flags that you guys can support in this tournament. I think because we've got 32 teams, I think we have 32 flags on the store. I believe so. So more teams than ever before, at least in Taiko World Cup. And if you pick the winning team, of course, you get to keep that flag for the entire year, which is like 11 months. So, you know, come on down and check out the banner store when you like it.
That was a fantastic plug. I myself have a South Korean banner, always supporting the banners for the team most likely to beat Japan. But however, Japan and South Korea not playing in this match. We'll probably see them in about 2 weeks for the finals. But for now, we're going to go into this free mod 2 pick. Only seeing one substitution, Chirochev coming in for RJ on the American side. Everyone else staying the same. Another map under 2 minutes. Not very long.
Well, let's see. Chirochev going with Hard Rock, Miniature Lamp, with Hidden, XK with Hard Rock, and Nisizumi with both Hidden and Hard Rock. Picking up the extra mod advantage. Will it come back and haunt him? Only time will tell. And as the song gets underway, the United States cannot afford much accuracy drops. And Miniature Lamp finding some struggles out the gate with just Hidden. Indonesia off to a very good start. Love to see. Charachev doing what he needs to do, getting at 99%. XK mirroring him for the time being. Izumi down on the accuracy, but he can afford it as Miniature Lamp is performing even lower without the Hard Rock. That's giving Indonesia 50,000 points in their favor. Going into the halfway point of the song. Indonesia is looking very well.
The United States is really going to want to see the Indonesian team pick up some misses, specifically Nishizumi having the score multiplier advantage here. But there isn't really much time in this song.
There isn't much time in the song, and even then, Miniature Lamp has lower accuracy than Nishizumi. So even if Nishizumi suffers like a 1 act drop, like 1, 2, 3 misses, easily will be able to recover that. Even then, XK is outperforming Charachev slightly. Definitely helping the Indonesian side to take the point.
Yeah, we're already nearing the end of the map here. It looks like it's going to be a comfortable point for Indonesia.
And Indonesia takes the victory. And, well, they're not in the lead. They are doing what they need to do. In terms of actually picking maps, both sides are currently in equilibrium as the United States does have their next pick. But look at that. 4 beautiful full combos across the board. You love to see it.
Three of the 4 players, not counting finishers, all finding 15 100s. Counting finishers. Counting finishers is a little bit different. We have 15, 16, and 17. Miniature Lamp finding the most 100s. It's going to be interesting to see where the United States goes next.
And Nishizumi with Hidden and Hard Rock keeping up with the rest of the lobby. And keep in mind, playing with 2 mods is no fun, especially when you start getting to semifinals. It starts to become uncomfortable even for all of the more better players in this tournament. And yet, he manages to do well on the occasion. And absolutely gets the victory for Indonesia, helping to get that 3rd point on the board. Charachev picking Hard Rock too. Foresighting a victory ahead over there.
This is an important point for the United States. They're going to want to continue, at the very least, to have this back and forth dynamic going with Indonesia to at least guarantee a tiebreaker, assuming that there is no more break points for the rest of the match. However, that is a very, very weak assumption, but that's just to stress the importance of this point for the United States. The future is uncertain. The United States wants to put themselves in the best possible position going forward. Aurora Phasmatic coming in, Don Cat coming in as well, seeing 2 total substitutions for this pick.
Well, you know, United States did just play a free mod pick, and both their players did not go with Hard Rock. So I'm kind of curious to see how the United States will go, although Miniature Lamp did swap out with Aurora. So Aurora might be able to pack the Hard Rock punch that Miniature Lamp couldn't on the last map. And will that actually result in United States getting ahead? Keeping up with the Indonesians for the time being? Who knows? But the song itself is OD of 7+, which goes up to about 9.8, which is effectively 10. 2 minutes and 55 seconds in length. And it is very technically tricky to play. The song does not take long to kick it. And you can
already seeing the scores flicker back and forth with the accuracy battle so far.
Accuracy battles and everybody finding several 100s just in the start. Should set up for some exciting action where even the quiet sections like here are still very dangerous and misses are on the table always. Although, United States ahead by about 10 points as they go into this first section. Definitely a lot easier to read, but maybe it's also hard at the same time. Just because it's slow, it does not mean that it is straightforward. Both sides trading 100s very aggressively with each other. Both sides looking to find that first mistake on their opponent's end. United States keeping things together for the time being. Ahead by about 20,000 points. Largely off the bat of Cat Don Cat, who's making the first appearance in this map and in this match. He is at, I believe, 96%. Yep, 97% now. So it's a very minor accuracy deficit, but one Indonesia has to work with as the players build up to the second half.
Kuro beating XK's accuracy, Aurora beating Cat Don's accuracy for now. Very
Let's see.
close between the two.
This is going to be some really fast reading now. And Cat Don Cat with the first miss, and he is dropping quite a fair margin. As the United States looking to defend this pick. As they are ahead by about 50,000 points. Well, will there be a few more misses before the song ends, or will the remaining 3 players finish on near full combos? Even the ending here is pretty technically challenging. Although the US does have a big margin and it's looking very unlikely to lose at this point. And the United States will be defending their pick. Albeit they would have liked a bit more comfort, but 40,000 points is pretty decent. As Sharashef and XK almost very close with each other, 33 and 36 100s respectively. But Aurora and Cat Don Cat picking up nearly double the 100 count. But Cat Don Cat with the misses, which sets the two apart. So things remain stable as Indonesia is looking to pick next at 3-3.
Not much left. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what do you think about the next pick? Where do you think Indonesia is going to go? I know you're holding your breath a little bit. you are holding your breath a little bit. I understand, but you got to keep it together, my guy.
I think that the Indonesian team has. There's one pick I know they won't pick, and it's gonna be Hidden One. I don't expect Indonesia to pick Hidden One. I expect the United States to pick it. If they do pick it, I don't know if they will. That is one that I expect to be in the Americans' favor. With it being back to Indonesia, I would not be surprised if we saw Free Mod 3, because not only did Indonesia win their Free Mod pick, but the United States also banned Free Mod 1. So I feel like there's a reasoning that the United States is afraid of Free Mod, and we might see Indonesia go for that last Free Mod 3. They just lost on Hard Rock. However,
but XK's going to go Hard Rock 1. Wow.
Exactly. They're going to go with Hard Rock 1, having just lost on Hard Rock.
No Man Break, the category remix. A Haku of Life. But yeah, this Hard Rock map very challenging, mainly because it's a bit more friendlier on the accuracy side. You got a bit more leeway when it comes to hitting those 300s, but the speed with Hard Rock makes all the difference and makes reading quite the challenge. Clocking in at 240 beats per minute for 3 minutes and 40 seconds can make quite a big difference.
This is going to be an important pick on the Indonesian side. We have 3 points left on each side to declare a victory, assuming that we don't go to tiebreaker. We're seeing a substitution. XK coming out on the Indonesian side, waiting his replacement.
Yeah, I guess they're going to be using their tactical timeout Just strategize who they want to put in their second. Yes, timeouts are non-refundable. You know, because you take timeout, you know, you can't refund time.
I'm just gonna,
You know?
not acknowledge that attempt.
Hey, man. Okay, look, they just want to take a no-man break. I gotta respect it to them, especially after they picked it. I mean, they went as far to pick Hard Rock 1. They're looking for a break, and this might be the time where they want to use it. As Nishizumi, after a bit of deliberation, will be stepping up to Indonesia's second. Meanwhile, in the US, we have Shura and Aurora. They're both just chilling.
As I said earlier, a very interesting pick on the Indonesian side, seeing as they just lost on the other Hard Rock pick. They must have a certain level of confidence on this map to pick it. The United States, I feel, does have an upper hand in Hidden and Hard Rock alone, not in conjunction with Free Mod. So it's going to be really interesting to see what exactly happens here. I would be very surprised to see Indonesia take the point here.
Alright, I guess they got their timeout refunded after all. I guess you can refund time after all. Indonesia with the mind games. Looking like they're gonna give US reprieve, but then immediately snap back up and say, no, we are not going to use our timeouts. We are instead going to charge ahead with this Hard Rock pick, and we feel confident that we can take it. Or at least that's what they claim. Will that eventuate? We will find out over the course of the next 4 minutes. And Shura and Aurora looking ready to go. Alright. Here we go, the battle begins. Indonesia hoping to just defend this pick and get ahead one step closer to a victory. But the United States looking to take that opportunity away and be up a breakpoint again. So far, it's actually a very intense start. Everybody picking up 100s except for Choroshev. Oh, okay, Choroshev has picked up a 100. Whoops. But Aurora has picked up a miss! And that's a big set of misses with that. Actually dropping to 95% right when the players get the 400 combo too. Well, Captain Doncat trades that latest set with Aurora, but Indonesia will not feel it. As Aurora is absolutely struggling on this pick. This is Zumi looking real hot, and Choroshev as well. They're both actually canceling each other out, so really it's between Captain and Aurora. And the difference right now has been night and day. And the United States look to try and chase it back. They are down by about 50,000 points. Captain missing on the break should give a very slight amount of combo momentum, but Nishizumi with a miss there is going to add some fuel to the fire that Aurora will douse out immediately. As he picks up a lot of 100s on that string, he is struggling to keep up with the pace of the song. A lot of his notes he's picking up on the later side. And now he is struggling with some pace there. Choroshev can't really do too much here when you're already at a near double S. There's only so much one person can do in this tournament. But Nishizumi actually holding the higher accuracy regardless of that earlier break. Getting an S for consistency right about now. Aurora halfway through the song. He's trying to catch up. But Cat Don Don Cat is his best chance. But even Cat Don Don Cat, who is the weaker player of the two in terms of performance right now, is so far ahead. The United States is getting absolutely smoked in this one. And Can Buddy. He is holding on for dear life. Indonesia's on the path to the 4th point. Jarashef has picked up a huge set of misses there too.
Many misses on the American side there.
And Nisizumi looking to come home with a very solid run. Oh, okay, he's picked up some misses at the end there, but it's still on track to... Actually, he's not on track to top the lobby. Cheryshev is actually on track to top the lobby. That combo momentum slightly favoring him despite being down 0.3%. Wow. Both Nishizumi and Cheryshev finishing with over 1 million points. Absolutely spectacular showing by both of them despite the misses that they picked up. But, oh man, Nishizumi only 10 100s. Oh man, he missed it like the... Wow. The fact that he only got 10-20 with that accuracy is ridiculous. And Indonesia is going to take that point. And now it is 4-3 in their favor. They still need to get a breakpoint off the United States. They've gone on earlier in the match, but will they find a second one? Now,
I'm going to say that...
Do you have any idea what the United States would go with?
I would say that they're going to go with hidden 1. That would be my guess. If not hidden 1, maybe no mod 1. I don't know that they would take their chances on no mod 2, but they're gonna take
go with
their chances on no mod 2.
Alright, time for the coin flippy maps. You know, and what we mean by coin flippy maps, we mean maps that are harder than average relative to the pool to remain consistent. I think that's the best way to describe it. 2 minutes and 33 seconds in length with OD of 7. Do not be fooled for a slight moment. There are plenty of sections here where people can rack up 5, 10, 15 plus misses if you are not careful. Honestly, recovering from an error is as valuable of a skill as it should be. And there's no better map like this one where that will come into play. As Aurora all alone in the lobby. Ketty Duran waking up for the first time in the morning. I believe it is morning. First time he's making an appearance in this match. Imagine waking up and you're playing this. Well, that must be quite difficult.
A fun fact for those who enjoy fun facts, Lawn Wake 9, this song was actually originally commissioned to be in the quarterfinals pool.
Whoops.
The Argent Cemetery, the tech pick for the quarterfinals pool, wasn't originally commissioned to be in the semifinals pool. So we ended up swapping them. Argent Cemetery is in quarterfinals, Long Wake is in semifinals. So a fun piece of information for those who enjoy such facts.
Fair enough, fair enough. You know, I think some would say that it's probably a fair call, but I do have to ask, what has happened to 5, 6, 7, 8? You know, because we all know Long Wake 1 to 4 is very popular, but do you know what happened to 5, 6, 7, 8?
Not at all.
No? Oh, damn.
Nope, not at all.
I'll find out one day. Man, it's like all my missing numbers. Alright. Well, here we go, and Aurora picks up an early miss. out the gate. Keti Duran may have just woken up, but he's starting up on the right side of the bed with a double S. Because, okay, I found out what happened by missing numbers. Yeah, that explains it. But Aurora cannot explain where he's picking up his misses from, as he is now picking up a fair amount of accuracy drops. He's dropped down to 95%, giving Indonesia 40,000 points. And now, as the song starts to crank up in difficulty, will Indonesia maintain their performance? They're up by about 50,000 points, but Keti Duran has missed, and so has RJ. Both of them canceling each other out. And it's keeping Indonesia well and truly in the lead. And now, Indonesia out and in the driver's seat. Keti Duran may have just woken up, but he is outperforming both players on the United States so far on this pick at 98%. RJ is really close, 97.5%. But Aurora still trying to play a little bit of catch up. He has caught up a little bit, getting a bit of combo going as well with it. But XK absolutely dominant. He's only picked, I think he's picked up one or two like string of misses. Very minor though to still have 99.1% at this stage of the song. Indonesia looking to keep their lead going. That's 70,000 points, worth a lot more now in the end stages of the song here. But this is still some tricky patterns left over. Watch out. This is a really tricky final section of the song, but everybody's nailing it. And Aurora looking to bring it home with some good accuracy improvements, but not enough to recover the earlier mistakes, and Indonesia picking up a big breakpoint against the United States. And now that puts them a match point as well.
Mm-hmm.
And now, what will the United States do? How are they going to survive this pick? Inken, what do you think about Indonesia? Where do you think that they might be able to find their pick? Do you think they'll find it in Hidden 1? Or do you think they'll find it elsewhere?
I would say that we're going to see Fremont 3 or No Mod 1.
But
Once
Fremont
again,
1's been
I
banned.
gotta say... Oh, no. I'm sorry. Fremont 3. I don't know why I said 1.
Oh, XK is actually going to go with Hidden 1. Oh, come on, this is your map. You should be excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited, but that is the last thing I expected Indonesia to pick. However, this is an amazing map by an amazing mapper. Everyone should play this map and put it in the favorites list, because it is an amazing map. Absolutely flawless.
And hopefully, you know, in your eyes, you would hope that the United States don't find any flaws in their performance in this final pick, potentially from the Indonesian side. Their tournament life depends on it, and it would be really unfortunate if it was your map that would send them out of the tournament. I hope that doesn't happen.
Why do you have to make me feel like that, bro? Holy crap.
No. Don't worry. You know what? No. I take that all back. I take that all back. But you know what? Tell me a little bit about your map.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's got higher BPM, 270, 280. Yeah, 280. My bad. It's got 280 BPM PIs. The end goes up a little bit faster than that. I think the end goes up to 294 BPM scroll speed-wise, not BPM-wise. And it's 3.5 minutes of really, really tough stamina and hidden reading. So it's a lot.
Yeah, and the stakes could not be any higher. Last year, if I recall, I believe the United States, when they got knocked out in... When did they get knocked out last year's Taiko World Cup? I cannot remember. Was it quarters or semis? It was one of the two. They ended up getting knocked out on one of their own mappers' picks. But let's see, will that happen again? Hopefully not for the morale for the United States team. And the situation dire enough to the point now that General Chicken has stepped up to the plate. He is leading by command on this pick. So let's see, can Indonesia pull off a big performance here? Especially on a map like this, 280 beats per minute, OD of 7, very fast, very high pace.
With that being said, however, I always like to point out that there are a lot of slower sections like the one you're seeing now for players to regain their stamina.
Yeah, and maybe the nerfs too. There's such a high stakes for both teams. Because Indonesia would not love to give the United States the last pick. Oh, but Aurora has picked up a first miss. But XK has traded it right back. And the team should be on relatively even ground. Here we go. Suzumi, General Chicken holding on very strongly. Going to this first KI time. Aurora picking up some misses there. Allow Indonesia to slowly get something rolling. It's XK holding above 99%. Then this Suzumi with a big miss there. Aurora is just giving it back. These bursts of misses keep trading on. And Indonesia now looking quite good, up by only 20,000 points. 20,000 points doesn't sound like a lot, but on a longer pick like this, 20,000 points is big. Especially when there's far more notes. Here we go. Moving to the second KI time at the halfway point. General Chicken, only player on a full combo still. Keeping the United States well and truly in the fight. Definitely taking that lead. XK.
The one half section here.
Yeah. Nizumi and XK both rivaling the United States accuracy very well. They're keeping up. Now, as things slowly build up, back in intensity. Indonesia's still looking pretty good. But Aurora trying to catch up, but he's unfortunately not going to catch up. Still going to be behind a little bit. And now, a little too much pressure on General Chicken's side. He's the only person that's holding the United States better. And even then, there's only so much he can do with that performance. Which is very strong, by the way. Still, there were 40,000 points. It would have to require a double drop on the Indonesian side. Now, Indonesia, they're going to be taking the victory by about 35,000 points as it becomes the end of the year. This is the final section. Aurora has started off with some snoozes. And providing me with a buffer, especially since they're going to win there for a look. And it's looking real good for Indonesia here as they get into the final section of the song. Can the United States pull off anything? It's really more for Indonesia. They might be knocking out the United States and then knock out the United States on Taiko with a very dominant finish there by both SK and Suzumi. And General Chicken also lost the full combo at the very end. Big moment there. And Indonesia with the victory. Congratulations to Indonesia. They have won it. They were starting down a break point, but they managed to pull it back, come ahead, and then execute it over the course of the last hour. Inken, do you have anything you want to say?
That was a really good match between the two. I didn't expect it to go. As soon as Indonesia found their footing, they really ran away with it. I did expect it to be more of a back and forth between the two teams. However, for Indonesia to run away with the win as much as they did, that's very respectable. And it really shows that Indonesia is a team to compete with. So, congratulations to Indonesia, the United States, and again, as we've said multiple times throughout this match, a team always wanting to be on the podium. Unfortunately, this is not going to be the year. 2022 is not their year. They're going to have to wait till 2023 to try again. And that's, very well played on both teams.
But Indonesia doing very well to pick up the victory there. It was definitely hard fought. I mean, US didn't give it to them easily. But, it is Taiko World Cup. It is semifinals. We do tend to see some very interesting upsets. And Indonesia, I don't know, I think in the pick'ems, I don't remember if they were a favor or not. I don't believe they were. And if they were not, pick'ems would be ruined once again. But it was definitely a very good run for the United States. But Indonesia looking to get an even better run as they now go ahead to the second semifinals match of the week, where they will be playing against the UK. There's also been another team absolutely on fire after knocking out Canada in what was also a very close match. So, looking ahead to what we have later today, in 6 hours from now at 12 UTC, we will have 2 matches taking place against... Oh, wow. All 4 matches happening very close to each other. We have South Korea and Germany that will be playing against each other. We also have Indonesia and the UK playing, but they will be happening at the exact same time, so we won't be able to see what's going on there, unfortunately. As for after that, we will have Japan and Hong Kong. I imagine that's going to be a big matchup. A lot of people will be waiting for it. Who also conveniently have a match, Taiwan and Sweden, at the exact same time. It's a shame that the scheduling has worked out the way it has. I think, there's a lot of people that are very enthusiastic to see these lower seed matches. But that's how Taiko World Cup works. Scheduling life. And we'll see how things go over the course of the time when the time comes. But now, Taiko World Cup will be taking a break. Luminite, do you want to say anything before wrapping up?
You know what? Like I said, a very interesting match between the two. Definitely not how I expected it to go, but very respectable, very impressive on both sides. And I look forward to seeing the other matches that are going to go down, at least on the eastern side of the world, the western side of the world, tomorrow.
But yeah, that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to thank you all for tuning into this match, and we will see you guys later on today, as South Korea and Germany will be taking place at 12 UTC. And until then, I am B4310, joined by Luminite, and we'd like to thank you all for watching, and we will see you all later as Taiko World Cup 2022 semifinal weekends continues. I don't know who I will become, but I know